Hey beauties, so this is going to get really personal. It'll be short, but I just want to show everybody exactly what I was talking about yesterday on the Let It Go video and on the video I shared recently about how I faced a lot of corruption in my life. I'm going to be sharing everything, and my book is going to be coming out soon. Actually, this is the purpose of this video. I've been holding off on my book. I've revised pieces of it so many times over the last year. Because I've been battling internally on sharing my whole truth. Even though I preach that, and I do usually practice what I preach, today I came to the full realization that, I have been holding off because I didn't want to hurt the feelings of the family members who have never, ever been there for me, who I'm still to this day acknowledging and being kind to, because I thought that part of my spiritual path meant that I was to rise above, and that because I do really embody this unconditional love and forgiveness. Everybody else looks at it as naive and whatever, and I still maintain that that's a strength of mine, that I am able to unconditionally love and forgive people. That means doing all those things without conditions. However, being that one of my biggest lessons in life was boundaries, I realized that I have been failing a little bit in regards to my father. So I wanted to make this and show you guys the proof and make this point really strongly, because we need to all make these changes right now. So I went to prison in let's show you guys. In 2013 for a crime that I was not guilty of. I was guilty of other things, so I'm not going to claim like total innocence in the world in my life, but I was framed and set up for something and manipulated by the police, manipulated my ex, who had been psychically trying to get me back after I left him for very bad physical abuse when our son was not even barely one. And so they manipulated him into naming me as a co-accused, even though there was no evidence to link me to it whatsoever. I mean, not kidding. This was the beginning of my corruption story. But so I went to prison. In Alberta, from May 13th, 2013 to January 21st, 2014. Now, not only did I make the best of that time, but what I said in the video the other day was that during that time, the only family that I had to help support me with my son were my parents, both of which screwed me over, and I said my dad stole from me and stole my truck. I'm not even kidding. So here are my bank statements, because I remember getting out thinking I should have a couple $1,000s in my bank account, and I had -$2. Let's look at that. So this was, where's the date? February 4th, 2014. I had -$2. So I got my transactions posted from the dates that I was incarcerated. May 2013 to January 2014. Yeah. What happened there? Anyways, so I've calculated it all up here. I just want to show you guys so you don't think I was just making it all up. Where all these transactions were coming out: $500, $500, $500, $400, $100, $500, $400, etc. I also have all my receipts. I keep so that's one thing, like with my whole corruption path and everything that's been done to me. When I say I have proof of everything that I say to you guys, best believe I have proof, like psycho levels of proof. Thankfully, my higher self's always been guiding me. So I keep absolutely everything. So this is all of the money I received while I was there. So I have all the receipts. My dad gave me one deposit of $500 during a time where he had pulled out like $2,000. My sister then too also gave me one of those $500 payments that was listed on there. And then 3 times my sister had deposited $200 each for me. Not once was there $200 pulled out at all. So either my sister, and I think my dad had my card the whole time. So I think I was having to fight and ask my sister to please. I'm pretty sure I remember actually asking her to lend me. Like, I'm pretty sure those $200 were her lending me money because my dad wasn't sending me my money and I didn't have anything in there for extras or whatever. And she did. But so as I've calculated it, I have over $2,000 that my father stole from me while I was in prison at I don't know, I was in very early 20s. The offense date from this crime was from when I was 19 in 2008. But yeah, this being 2013. So yeah, I was 22, 23. I had a 5-year-old son that I had to come out, that I did still, and this is one of the points that I want to make, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn here by any means, even though I should be tooting my own horn here by any means. Because I'm honestly so proud of how I've handled my entire fucking shit life that I had. But this is why I had, of course I was mad at my dad for this. I got out, but I had nowhere to stay for those first 30 days. Nowhere. I don't have any other family, any other support, nothing. Nobody. So my narcissistic father then used that as like a way to just bury the fact that he just stolen everything from me, including my vehicle. I got out to no vehicle. His version and lie, obviously, of the story was that while he brought my son for the one visit that he brought my son for to see me, my vehicle broke down and it actually ended up costing him more money, and so he left it there. That's fucking bullshit. So not only was I working against all this other corruption, I got out and was working against even more negative, like, environment. Like, this is why I'm saying I'm proud. It only took me 1 month. I had my own place. I was on the track to become the first female GM of a tire shop. I was really proud of what happened to me. In those couple of years, I built my life really, really well for myself before I met my narcissistic ex and father of my youngest child, who has been ruining my life ever since because his father is a connected Mason in our small town. And so, unfortunately for that lodge, they've all protected him in spite of his son and Ken both being extremely dark, manipulative liars, who is now bringing every one of them down. I cannot wrap my head around the fact that that lodge has not addressed this family and the fact that they're all going to be going down in history for protecting women abusers and child abusers. Like, I understand the protect your brother thing. I'm somebody who's loyal above all else. But in these circumstances, this is disgusting. And I just didn't think that even any of them would want to be, seen standing for that at all. Like, the fact that Ken hasn't been ostracized from that and that they haven't publicly apologized to me already is beyond me. But I guess they don't realize what I got over here. But anyways, I'm getting off tangent. This is about parents. Because some of you need to leave your parents behind. Some of you have parents speaking in your ear who need to shut the fuck up. Like, and that sounds so rude, but like, legit. So for my father, for example, who needs to shut the fuck up. Like, I've actually made the decision this morning, like, I cannot even entertain my father at all anymore. I cannot. And my guides are like, yeah, no, they want me being that stern. Like fuck is what my guides just said in my head. He deserves to have my love and affection and adoration for the rest of his life. He does not. Here I thought, all the things that we were still programmed. I didn't realize I was still holding on to all of these limiting beliefs. Like, my dad's owed my respect, regardless of what abuse he's done to me. My dad owes me this because he's my only father. My dad, blah, 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 because he's the only dad I got. Fuck, no. Hell no. The more I look back in my life, the more I realize why my guides are always like, they're trying to get me mad, even though they trained me not to get mad. Right now, for my purpose, they want me fucking angry. They say it's divine justice time, and that means for everyone. Everyone. And they are pumping me up next level. I've had Isis working with me all week, and whenever the goddesses come in that strong, I know I'm about to do something fucking big. But yeah, I couldn't believe this looking down on this. I'm like, that's right. I was just so down and out. I needed some love and support in that moment. And I worked my ass off to come out of it. And I did. And I still did, right? I still did in spite of all of this shit. But this is why if you have a narcissistic anybody in your life, you have to run away from that person. This earbud is really pissing me off. Really hope it didn't screw with the sound on here. But I'm done with my parents both. With all of my family. I really do hope that, one day, in my absence, they can grow. Because in my presence, there's been growth. Like growth that I never, and I mean never, would have thought possible in my parents. So I feel like maybe this is what's part of our path. And I don't even know why it's hurting so much. I guess because that actually, you know what, I do know, and I'm going to be really honest with you guys right here while I'm going through it all, because this is what my path is supposed to be. I'm crying right now because I feel like shutting the door on my family means that I truly am alone in the physical in this world. Which, when I cry about it, I'm not as sad. I know I am. It hurts. It kind of hurts my feelings a little bit. So I guess I'm working on that wounding, because I'm so great. Because I'm so great. And that's not narcissism. I'm fucking great. My whole life, I have strived to be great. Yes, for a few years, I acquiesced just like everyone else. I can't believe it, but yeah, no. I kept trying to stay close, right? I came to frickin' Kamloops because I have family here. Only it's my dad's family. And when I got here and they offered me this really lovely, I was so happy. I thought, oh my God, it's actually true. I have some community and some support. My dad talked to them after the first time we were there. And it was like, next time I seen them, they were treating me just like my father. I said one thing about my dad. My uncle came uncunted on me. And I said, Uncle, you don't seem to remember or know because you weren't there. I said, what I went through growing up with him, I love him, but and he was like, you don't know, just defending my dad because they lost their mother, my grandma, who's my strongest guardian angel, passed when my dad was only 6. And this is something that even I have used as sympathy towards letting my dad get away with such toxic behavior. I always actually would even say, I would compare him to my mom's childhood and say, my mom has no excuse for being such a horrible person. My dad had it way harder. Why isn't he horrible? It's horrible. Whatever, right? But that's no excuse. My life is a testament to that is no excuse. I have had a non-stop shit parade of people who abused me in every way. My whole life. Unfair. Next level abuse. Even as I stand here at 35, I'm 5'3", barely, and 145 pounds. I'm not a big person. And as you guys have heard from this video, I don't have any actual physical support in the world. Yes, I have friends and stuff that I make, but even part of this path. And I'm a great person, so that might make you guys think well, she must be doing something. Well, the thing I'm doing is not letting anybody treat me like a piece of shit. And I've yet to find one pure human like me in the physical. I've got lots of friends in other places of the world. Maybe I'm called to move to other places of the world. I think I know I am eventually once this, kids grow up. But yeah. I am telling the truth. All the shit I say is true. My family fucking sucks. And if your family fucking sucks, you have to walk away, even if they're the only people in the world that you have. I can't believe that I actually took this long to finally get all the way here. Not anybody is worth limiting yourself or sweeping things under the rug that happened maybe 30 years ago or whatever. Abuse is abuse. Trauma is trauma. Lies are fucking lies. And I don't want a part of any of it. You guys shouldn't either. I love you.